Here in the city of Alhambra, California, the CM Boxing Stables, catching up with former world champ, super featherweight champ, Mighty Mike Archondo. Mike, you've been in the gym for a couple months now. You're trying to make a comeback. How's everything going?
Everything's going great, just as we planned. We've got we're working on our footwork, working on our speed, our power. Everything's coming into play and acting as it should. So everything's going as we planned, and it's great.
How do you see the boxing scene since you left the sport 7 years ago? Your last fight back in September of 2010.
Naturally, there's a lot of new names. There's different styles, different types of movements and all that. But it's just up to me to adapt and able to overcome every obstacle that comes my way.
You were a world champ at 130 pounds. Actually, the most talented fighter in that division is Vasyl Lomachenko. What do you think about his boxing style?
He's got great natural talent. You can't knock the kid. He's come up. I mean, with the record of 6-1 or something like that, or 5-1 or something like that. There's got to be something there. That's working for him. So, I had kudos to him.
When you decided to stop fighting back in 2010, you had a record of 30 wins, 3 losses, 19 KOs. Do you think you'll get right back in the mix once you have your comeback fight?
I see no obstacles in my way. We've cleared all of them out. I've simplified my training. I simplified my life to training, eating, sleeping, boxing. If I feel that everything's going to work out for the better.
You grew up in Puente, California, graduate of Bishop Amat in Puente. Do you know of any other professional fighter that graduated from that high school?
I'm not aware of it, but I wouldn't doubt it. Bishop Amat is it's a cesspool of talent, and I wouldn't doubt it if another fighter had come out of there. Me being the only fighter that I know of, the only world champion that I know of, coming out of Bishop Amat is a high honor, and I hold it, I hold it close to me, because being able to represent a school like Bishop Amat, it's very, very, how can I say, it's humbling, so to speak. Yeah.
You became a world champion by defeating Julio Pablo Chacon back in 2004. Is there any other fight in your career that you think was that you did better than that fight?
There isn't one that I could name right off the bat. I've done tons of I've fought 33 times, and they've all been great experiences for me. If I were to leave it up to somebody else, or I've got the feedback from, I'd say maybe a fighter like Goyo Vargas, when I had fought him. Everybody brings up that name whenever they speak of my past fights. They say, well, when are you gonna fight like you did against Goyo Vargas? I said, well, when you fight me, we'll fight again. I'll fight just like I did against Goyo Vargas.
What's the game plan for Mike Archondo for your comeback fight? You in our last interview, you were telling me that you were planning on coming back in May or June. So we're already in the month of April.
Yeah, we're still sticking to that timeline. I see no obstacles. Like I said, there is. It's just a slow, steady comeback, and work ethic that I pertain. So my trainer and I, we've got a game plan. We've developed a game plan, and now we're sticking to it. And now it's just a matter of doing that and following through. That's all.
Will you be ready to fight in a 6-round fight or an 8-round fight? What would be the ideal number of rounds for you?
I'd love to fight 8 rounds, and that's something that I will be shooting for. Given that it will be a comeback fight, there's going to be a lot of questions and concerns with anything over that. But 8 rounds would be ideal. 6 rounds. If it comes down to it, it has to do 6 rounds, then of course 6 rounds would be the next step. But for me, my main focus is just to get back in the ring. They could put me in a 2-round fight, I'll still want to fight. Doesn't matter.
You started fighting since the age of 6. You were telling me at the Azteca Boxing Club. It brings you a lot of memories. Is that fire still burning within you for the sport of boxing?
Of course. I mean, like I said, even stepping into the gym, into that gym in particular, it brought back so much great memories, and the feelings that I've had. It just it fed to my hunger to come back and you know, to perform for the people, because I remember doing that same thing in that same gym that I've become addicted to. I'm gonna say it right now. I have become addicted to it, to be an exciting fighter, and to just compete for the people. That's something that I feel that that's in me now. It's instilled in me. It's boxing has scarred me for life.
For a little,
in a good way.
For a while, yes. For a while, you were training with former world champ Ponce de Leon and the late Edwin Valero. Explain to the fans what that experience was like, training alongside Edwin Valero.
Inexplainable. It's very hard to explain. An experience that you had to be there. You know, those guys, the work ethic, their friendship that I had with both of them. You know, Edwin, he was a really good friend of mine. Ponce, you know, Puente and I, we came up as stablemates as well. We had a certain different type of bond, but it was just to be able to just scoot that aside and be able to watch them perform the way that they did and train the way that they did. It was a learning experience, definitely. You
came to this gym looking for, you know, to train. That's how you met Raul Meireles, Carlos, the Solution Morales' brother. So now you've been working with him for a few months now. So how does it feel to receive a warm welcome and trying to get back in the sport of boxing?
What's great, Ozzy, is that whenever I step into the gym now, I step into the gym and it's like getting home. You know, there's a warm welcoming, and that's something that I feel is very important to me. If I don't feel at ease where I'm at, then I'm usually
walk out.
but here, you know, there's great people here, and it's very striving, you know, leadership here that I like to follow, you know, and I like to be a part of. That's something that I do strive for. Thank you for your time, Mike. Mighty Mike is planning on making a comeback. Anything else you would like to say to your fans on this video? Well, I'd like to thank you first and foremost for conducting this interview. I appreciate it, and you know, I'd just like to tell my fans that I'm working, and I'm gonna do everything that it takes to get back in the ring and be the fighter that I am. Ladies and gentlemen, there you have it. Mighty Mike, Mike Archondo, planning to make a comeback. Expect his comeback to be end of May or the beginning of June. Thank you, Mike.